What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King Trav, and I'm back out here with another reaction. Y'all, let's talk about these Spurs, y'all. The Spurs went the month of February undefeated, 11-0, did not lose a single game in the month of February. They're literally a game and a half away from taking that #1 seed from the defending champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder are battling injuries right now with J-Dub, we know, and SGA. They need them boys back. I want a fully healthy Thunder squad to go up against whoever is going to take this #1 seed, and I think the Spurs are going to take it, but I could be wrong. The Thunder got to stay healthy. But Hoop Central got a video for us right now. We're going to react. Y'all drop a like, hit the subscribe button for y'all boy. It only takes 3 seconds out of the video. Go and hit the sub button, comment down for your boy, and let's get straight to it, y'all. See what they talking about. NBA has no answer for the San Antonio Spurs.
Against the team with the best record in the entire NBA and won by 11.
They won this game against the Pistons, by the way.
And honestly, it wasn't even that close. 9 straight wins, a perfect 8-0 in February, and their last 4 wins by an average of 21 points. They're not just winning games, they're actually embarrassing teams. The Spurs were supposed to still be figuring things out. They were supposed to be a year or 2 away. The young team finding its legs, learning how to win, all that stuff. But something has clicked in San Antonio this season that goes beyond Wemby being a generational talent.
Oh my goodness.
Because there are
Reverse slam.
generational talents in this league who aren't winning like this.
Wemby and Keon Johnson, they got to shake their head after that loss they had.
Having the guy isn't enough. You have to build the right thing around him. And what the Spurs have built
They locked
is a
in.
system that creates a problem no team has been able to solve. And the Detroit game, that's the one that lays it all bare. Because the Pistons came in with a game plan. They came in physical, they came in aggressive. They targeted Wemby specifically, tried to rough him up, tried to take him out of the game. And for a little while, it looked like...
And even dunked on him, man. That's crazy. Jalen Duren, props to him for dunking on Wemby, though.
In Detroit, why the Thunder keep losing to this team, and the one stat about Wemby that completely
Shaq can't guard
changes how you
Wemby.
should think about these Spurs. Alright, so let's set the scene. Spurs at Pistons. Detroit is 42-13, the best record in basketball. This is the measuring stick game. If you want to call yourself a contender, you have to be able to go on the road and beat teams like this. And the Pistons clearly had a plan.
Pistons got perimeter and interior, y'all.
Body shots, hard contests, not giving him any easy looks. They were daring him to beat them as a scorer.
Look at that.
And in the first half, his
Oh my goodness, man. Look at that interior defense. They playing against Wemby, y'all. A 7'4" Frenchman.
But here's the problem though, and this is what makes the Spurs so terrifying. When you commit that much defensive attention to Wembanyama, when you're sending extra bodies at him, when you're loading up on his side of the floor, the rest of the court opens up. And the Spurs have guys who can make you pay for that.
Facts.
Real shooters. Not guys who can hit an open 3 once in a while.
Vassell, Castle,
if you leave them alone.
Cornet.
Vassell went nuclear. 28 points, 7 threes. He was unconscious. And the thing about Vassell is, he's not a streaky shooter who gets lucky sometimes.
He got that Kobe base, y'all.
When teams help off him to deal with Wemby,
And he got the 2-4 on him, so he idolized Kobe Bryant.
breaking a sweat. Julian Champagnie added 17 with 5
Champagnie.
in the zone. Between the two of them, they went 9 for 12 from 3 in the first half alone.
9 for 12 is
The Spurs
crazy.
team shot 45% from the
45 from the 3.
And Stephon Castle was finding driving lanes because Detroit was so focused on Wemby that the whole floor opened up for him too. And this is the part that should genuinely worry every team in the West. The Pistons executed their game plan well. They made life difficult for the best player on the floor, and they still lost by double digits. Because the harder you go at Wemby, the more space you create for everyone else.
Facts, that is true.
And right now, nobody has figured out how to avoid it. Now,
That's
there's
dangerous.
a stat that really drives this home, and it's the one I think people need to pay more attention to. When Wembanyama is on the floor, opponents are taking 6% fewer shots at the rim and 3% fewer shots from mid-range. Both of those numbers land in the 95th percentile or higher in terms of individual defensive impact across the entire league. Think about what that means for a second. He's not just blocking shots when guys come into the paint, he's preventing them from even attempting those shots in the first place. And when your team survives off points in the paint,
Again, he has a block against every NBA team.
Problem on your hands. Teams are actively avoiding the rim when he's out there. They're settling for jumpers. They're pulling up from 18 feet because the alternative is driving into a 7'5" nightmare with an 8-foot wingspan who might send your shot into the 5th row. That's rim deterrence at a level we've basically never seen before. Guys like Rudy Gobert change the way teams attack the paint, but Wemby does what Gobert does defensively while also being someone you have to game plan for on offense. You can't just sag off him and pack the paint like teams did with Gobert, because Wemby will step
That
up
half spin
and
was
shoot
crazy.
a three in your face. So the offensive equation becomes impossible. You can't guard Wemby without helping, and you can't help without leaving a shooter open. Pick your poison. Double him in the post. Vassell is spotting up. Send an extra body on the drive. Champagne is wide open in the corner. Stay home on the shooters. Cool. Now it's 1-on-1 with Wembanyama, and good luck with that. Vassell's 28-point explosion wasn't a fluke. It was the logical outcome.
Damn right it wasn't no fluke.
That was too focused on stopping Wembanyama. And here's the part that shows you how smart Wemby is. In the 4th quarter, when the Pistons were still throwing bodies at him, he stopped forcing it. He became a facilitator, started finding cutters, kicking out the shooters, using his gravity to create for everyone else while still anchoring the defense. He finished with 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 blocks. On a night where his shot wasn't
Phenomenal
the way he usually
stats.
does, he still dominated the game on both ends. And that's what makes him different from other young stars. He doesn't need to score 35 to control the outcome. His presence alone changes the math for everyone on the floor. And the Spurs have built their entire
I can't wait to the postseason, y'all. We so locked.
and teams keep walking into it. But
The Wild Wild West, man.
was only half the story. Because what San Antonio did on the defensive end might be even more impressive. And the guy responsible for it, the reigning Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle. Everybody knows about Wemby's defense. 17 rebounds, 6 blocks against Detroit. Yeah, that's absurd. He's leading the league in blocks and is a legit Defensive Player of the Year candidate. We know all of that. But the
He gonna win it. He gonna win it.
to just 37 points.
He gonna win. He has a chance to win MVP.
Worst shooting performance of the
If the
entire
Spurs
season.
finish #1, y'all, he has a chance to go and win an MVP.
Stephon Castle.
He has a chance to win a Finals MVP. They go all the way.
Now,
Be the second Frenchman, or be the second a Frenchman for the Spurs to win that shit with Tony Parker.
being the best player on
Tony
the
Parker
team,
got like
the
what?
best
Tony
record
Parker's a
in
four-time
He's the engine
four-time
that
champ.
makes
No,
everything
yeah.
go in Detroit.
Tony Parker's definitely a
Castle
four-time champ.
absolutely smothered him. Watch this play here. Castle blocks Kane on one end, recovers the ball, takes
Yeah,
it the
four-time
full length
champ.
of the floor, takes it down the lane, and finishes through contact for the and one. Cade finished with 16 points on 5 for 26 shooting. That's a 19% clip from an all-star in his own building. Castle's length, his motor, the way he stays attached to his man through screens and switches, it was suffocating. Cunningham couldn't create any separation.
This could be a Finals matchup right here.
You could see the
Pistons
frustration building as the game went on.
and Spurs.
The beautiful thing about Castle
Pistons could win the
is
East.
doing this in his second year.
They're #1 right now, behind the
Shutting down
Celtics.
all-stars.
And if they saying Tatum is coming back next month in March, y'all, then watch out, bruh. I don't know how he's gonna be looking. I don't know.
Nothing on offense.
Off of Achilles injury, he said he's not coming back till he's 100%.
And locking up the other team's best player all at the same time. That kind of two-way impact from a young guard is incredibly rare.
Let me know in the comment section, y'all. If y'all Celtics fan, y'all think Tatum's gonna return next
Really
month?
scary.
Y'all think the Spurs going all the way?
Coaching staff
Let me know. Talk to
set
me.
things up into a two-layer system. You've got Castle and the perimeter guys applying intense pressure on the ball. They're getting into guys, making every dribble hard, taking away clean looks. And the reason they can be that aggressive is because they know if their man gets past them, Wembanyama is sitting back there waiting. He
Jalen
turns
Brown really tried to
aggressive
dunk on
perimeter
Wemby that
defense
play.
from
That's
risky
crazy.
into suffocating. Because even if you beat your man off the dribble, you're running into a 7'5" shot blocker at the rim. And the numbers back it up. 3rd in the NBA in defensive rating, 2nd in defensive rebounding percentage. This isn't a team that just gets by on talent alone. There's a real defensive identity here, and it's rooted in the same principles that made the Spurs a dynasty for 2 decades. Different players, same DNA. Castle is making a real case for all defensive team, and he's only going to get better. Pair that development with Wemby anchoring the paint, and this defense has the kind of ceiling that wins championships. The Pistons found that out the hard way, and they're not the first team to leave a game against San Antonio wondering what the hell happened. So the Spurs can shoot you out of the gym, they can lock you down defensively. That's already a nightmare matchup. But there's a third layer to this team that might be the scariest part of all, and it showed up every single time they faced the defending champions. Look, beating Detroit on the road is a statement win, no question. But if you want to know whether a team is built for the playoffs, you need to see consistency against elite competition.
Facts.
And the Spurs season series against Oklahoma City is where this goes from impressive to genuinely alarming for the rest of the league. 4 wins in 5 games against the reigning champs. And the biggest one, the one that really announced the Spurs to the basketball world, came in the NBA Cup semi-finals back in December. OKC had won 16 straight, they looked untouchable. Nobody could hang with them. The Thunder were on the kind of run where people were already penciling them in for a repeat championship. And the Spurs beat them 111-109 in a game that went down to the wire. They didn't sleepwalk into it either. They controlled it for long stretches, took OC's best punches, and made the plays down the stretch when it mattered most. That's the kind of win that tells you everything you need to know about a team's mentality. Their most recent matchup was February 4, a 116-106 Spurs win. Now, I'll be fair, the Thunder were missing the majority of their starting lineup.
Yep, they did not play that game.
You can put an asterisk on that one if you want, but that almost makes the point in a different way, because the Spurs didn't coast. They didn't take the night off or play down the competition. They came out, executed their system, and took care of business with the kind of professionalism you expect from a team that knows exactly who it is. Keldon Johnson came off the bench and dropped 25 in that one. Wemby put on another double-double, 22 and 14. And that right there is the depth that separates San Antonio from a lot of the other teams in the West. On any given night, someone different can go off for this team. Against Detroit, it was Vassell. Against OKC, it was Keldon. All 5 starters scored in double digits in the Pistons game. De'Aaron Fox has been the steady hand running the offense, bringing a veteran presence that this young roster needed. Castle gives them two-way versatility in the backcourt alongside Fox. Champagny has turned into a reliable floor spacer who can get hot in a hurry. And here's a number that shouldn't be possible for a team this young. In clutch situations, games within 5 points in the last 5 minutes, the Spurs are winning 66% of the time. That's tied for the 4th best mark in the entire league. Young teams aren't supposed to be that composed. Young teams are supposed to crumble in those moments, make the wrong pass, take the bad shot, but these Spurs have an edge to them in close games that feels veteran. And a lot of that comes from Fox. A lot of it comes from Johnson's energy off the bench, but there's also something about Wembanyama's presence that seems to calm everyone down. When you've got a 7'5" safety blanket who can bail you out on defense and create a good look on offense at any moment, it changes the way a team carries itself. There's a confidence there that's hard to manufacture. The OKC series proved the Spurs can go toe-to-toe with the champions and come out on top more often than not. The Detroit game proved they can walk into the toughest environment in the league and dominate. And the February winning streak, 8-0, with their last 4 wins coming by.
I'm watching this game. I'm watching this video. They completed the whole month of February without losing a game. So I'm watching this, y'all.
Wemby is 22 years old. Castle is in his 2nd season. This core is going
As
to
of
be
today, they are
together
11-0 and won
and they're
the
going
month
to
of
keep
February.
getting better. What we're watching right now isn't even the final version of this team. And yet, right now, today, nobody in the NBA has figured out how to beat them consistently. You can try to get physical with Wemby, and their shooters torch you from 3. You can try to run.
Man, try to place this team in a 7-game series, y'all.
You can try to outpace them in transition, and Fox matches your speed while Wemby covers everything at the rim. There's no clean answer. They rank 7th in offensive rating.
Oh my
3rd
goodness,
in
that dunk was
defensive rating,
crazy.
and 4th in net rating. They're elite on both ends of the floor, and they close out tight games. That's the profile of a championship team. They're 41-16, 2nd in the West, 9 straight, and they're still getting better. So what do you think? Can the Spurs go all the way this year?
I think they can go all the way, But I want the Thunder to be healthy in the mix in the playoffs for in March, April when it comes. I want the Thunder to be healthy, so I don't want to hear any reasons that the Thunder was hurt and the Spurs had a clean ride to the finals. Nah, I want the Thunder to be healthy. I want SGA to return. I want J-Dub to return. Everybody to return healthy for the Thunder. But they won 11 straight. Going on to this video, they completed the whole month of February undefeated, 11-0. And right now, looking into the March schedule, it's looking interesting. It's looking interesting. They got the Knicks next game to start March 1st, Sunday, at New York. It's looking kind of interesting. Head into the month of March and get into the postseason in April. They got the New York Knicks. They got the Pistons again, which I would like to see them play again before the postseason. I'm definitely going to tune into that game Thursday, March 5th. It's going to be at San Antonio Arena this time. But they got Philly. They got Philly next game after New York. Maxey might go crazy against the Spurs. He might drop 50, end up winning the game. Who knows? Detroit might get that get back. So it's looking kind of challenging for the Spurs going into the March after finishing undefeated at 11-0 in February. And they got Denver, Boston, Charlotte. Hornets is actually looking nice. They're looking decent. LaMelo, they made a little run. They had like a 9 to 10 game before the All-Star break. So they was looking pretty decent right now. I had to see what their standing is right now. But who else they got in the month of March? That's about it. All these other teams they gonna win. Sacramento, Phoenix, Indiana, Miami. That's all dubs. Just probably the Denver, the Pistons, New York, and 76ers and Rockets game. Maybe Clippers is all these like first start to February, not February, to March 1st. All the way to March 16. It's looking interesting for the schedule for the Spurs. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, y'all drop a like for your boy King Trav. More reacts, more videos on the way. Stay with me, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.